Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with some Operation Grand Heist. It is officially here for PS4. If you have Xbox, it won't be out until next Tuesday. Now, with the new operation comes a new black market. So we're going to be showing you everything new in this black market. I have unlocked all 100 tiers, so I'm going to be showing you what that gets you. On top of that, there is a new system called reserves, which we're going to be talking about, which was kind of there before, but is completely different now. And on top of that, talking about Blackjack Shop. Now, first, I wanted to start in the main menu and just show you guys One in the Chamber is officially here. It is the featured playlist this week. I'm looking forward to playing that later on stream. So, if you've never checked out one of my streams before, it'll be the first link down in the description. Basically, I do an open lobby every single day of the week, which allows you guys to play with me. We play the featured playlist, and today, I'm specifically going to be using the new weapons. The Switchblade X9 and the Rampage, the new shotgun, but we'll be talking about those a little bit later. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my live stream before, it'll be the first link down in the description, and hopefully I see you there later today around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, there is also a new gauntlet for you zombies guys out there. It's called Deathcon 5, and of course, this one takes place on Classified. So if you're a zombies guy, this one's here for you. Now, the black market. Let's start at the very beginning. We'll start at level 1 and show you guys everything you get from these 100 levels. That way you can decide whether you want to unlock them naturally just by playing the game, or spend pretty much the $100 and unlock them with money. So, at level 1, we have Outrider. Outrider is the new specialist character. They did this exact same thing with Zero. That is how you unlocked her. And this is no different for Outrider. So as you can see, this is her right here. This is what she looks like. This is the new Outrider. On top of that, you're going to see a lot of stickers here, a lot of face paints. They didn't really fix that after Operation Absolute Zero, so that's kind of unfortunate. This is our first gesture. It's basically just the money gesture. They call it payday. The next thing you're gonna see here is this is a jump pack. So this is for Blackout. It gives you a parachute and a wingsuit. They match, and you can change them in Blackout. It's a new feature with this season. It's pretty cool. Games like Fortnite have this. They also have new trail colors. So falling behind you, you'll see a different color around different people. Kind of cool. There's also items you can unlock like that through reserves that we'll talk about in a little bit. Next up, just another sticker, calling card, and then we have our first Outrider skin. Now, this one's called Baller, and one of these is actually available for most of the specialist characters. As you can see, it's just money going down her back. If we look at it in full screen here, let me get rid of my face. But you can see that it adds a little bit of color to her, and this is the very first skin you can unlock for Outriders. So, moving on, the next thing we have is, once again, another sticker, calling card, sticker, and then we have a new skin. Now, this is a pretty good skin, because this is a skin that makes a character not look like the same character anymore. So, this one is, of course, Seraph, and this one's called the Professional. When we check it out in full screen, it gives you kind of a better look as to what this is. Almost looks like she's going paintballing, but of course, we know Operation Grand Heist is about a heist. Why there's blue paint on her, not 100% sure. Maybe paint packs from the money, but once again, another pretty damn good looking skin if you ask me. After this, we have more stickers, calling cards, sticker, and then at level 20, we get our first reactive camo. Now, this one is for the Maddox, and it is called the APB. And of course, this one is actually a police chase. Now, let's check out the video for this one. So as you can see, there's literally a police chase going on the weapon. And like I mentioned, that's of course for the Maddox. After this, calling card, sticker, you get the point. There's a lot of stickers, there's a lot of calling cards. They didn't really fix that from the first season. After this, though, you get your first weapon at level 25. It's a melee weapon called the Cha-Ching. Basically, this one's just a heavy sack of coins you hit people with and it kills them. After this, we start getting into some more legendary stuff. The first thing we hear is a gesture where the character yells into the megaphone. Pretty good gesture. After this, our next legendary thing is the Baller for Profit. So once again, a similar skin to what we saw before. This one's a little bit more red than Outriders. I actually like this one a little bit better. But you're going to see that on a lot of characters throughout this. After this, our next thing is the Pomegranate skin for Recon. So basically just a red skin. Recon looking good there. And then we get a camo. So this is the first camo that we have. So this is for all weapons. You'll see why I'm saying that in a second once we actually go and talk about reserves. But this one is called the Lucky Lady. And once again, this one's for all weapons. After this, we have a new Firebreak skin, which I think looks pretty dope. It's more of like a police skin, something we haven't really seen, but we see a lot more with Firebreak and Ruin in this operation, so you're going to see a lot more of that. Coming up next, though, we got our new Blackout character. So this one is called the Warden, and of course, it's a zombie. You can play as a zombie. There's actually 2 other zombies characters you can unlock through reserves called John and Jane Doe, and literally you're just playing as zombies. But this is, of course, the Warden. And this, I believe, is the only Blackout character you unlock through the 100 tiers, but we'll see it, but I believe I'm correct there. After this, we've got a new skin for Zero. It's the Baller skin. It is very similar to what we saw before, but it is green, so you can see what it looks like there. After this, another gesture. This one's the Sweet Shred playing some air guitar. And then we have the Rampage. So this is the first weapon you unlock. It's at level 50. This is definitely the better weapon of the 2. It's a fully automatic shotgun. And it's pretty good. I showed you guys some gameplay late last night, so if you haven't checked that out, it's in yesterday's video. After this, a bunch of face paints, and then another Firebreak skin. This is once again the Baller one. This one's purple. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think the red one for Profit's my favorite so far. After this, we have another reactive camo. So this one's for the Vapor, and this one is called the Strip. And this one is like your Vegas casino lights. It's a really, really cool skin. Probably one of my favorite reactive camos, actually. Moving on, level 65, we have the Baller for Ruin. This one is once again green. Then at level 70, we have one of my favorite skins that's coming out in this operation. So this one's called the Detective, and this is for Nomad. It completely changes the way Nomad actually looks. Completely changes, and I love what they did here. I hope they do more skins like this, where they make the characters look completely different. Like I said, this is honestly one of my favorite ones. Like, look how ridiculous that looks in the jungle. But it's awesome. I love what they did there. After this, we have a new gesture. This one's called the Bookem. Let me show you without the little thing there. Flips out his ID, which is always good. After this, we have my favorite Mastercraft variant ever to be in the game for a couple of reasons. First of all, this one is for the Auger, which is my favorite weapon in the game, as I've said before. And it looks dope. It completely changes the way the gun actually looks. And I love what they did with it. So, probably one of the cooler Mastercraft weapons in the game. Between levels 76 and 80, you don't really get anything. The next thing's at level 85. You get the Baller for Recon. This one's a gold one. Probably one of the best Baller uniforms there is. After this, at level 90, we have the Teal for Outrider. Basically just makes Outrider teal. But, of course, this is the second skin that you're able to unlock for Outrider, the new specialist character. Once again, from 91 to 95, there's really nothing here. And then at level 100, you get the Switchblade X9. So this is the new SMG. It's a decent weapon, but it's not good. Personally, if I was designing this, I probably would have put the Rampage at level 100, simply because it's a little bit better. But like I said in yesterday's video, I'm guessing that this does get patched in the next 4 weeks or so, because I'm betting they want to make it a little bit better. But here's what it looks like. They call it a suitcase gun because it can fold up and be very tiny. But it's a fast fire rate, low damage, and it has a very small magazine size of 26 rounds. So all in all, it's an okay weapon. But like I said, Rampage is a little bit better. Now, moving on to reserves. This is where things get weird, because reserves, they have a ton of good items in here. There's actually a trailer for it. All right, let's hold up for a second. I watched this back, and as I was editing it, I think I was a little too easy on the game because, well, I'm going to show you the trailer for reserves, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on it after, and then I'm going to play the rest of the video, and then that might give you a little bit more context as to what I'm talking about. But here's the trailer. So the reason why I wanted to show that is because it kind of seems like the items in reserves are now better than the items you get through the tiers. Look at the items that I just showed you through the 100 tiers. Compare them to what you saw in that trailer. The reserve items seem to be a little bit better. But let's go back to the video and I will explain to you how they actually work in-game. The reserves that you unlock through playing the game give you one item. So after you hit level 100, so in other words like I did, the next time I level up here, it's going to give me a reserve that has one item in it. If you buy them, like I'm going to here, it takes you into the vault and gives you 3 items. So here I got the Druid skin. This is for Torque. I got the Eastern for Recon and the War Paint for Recon. So basically what I'm telling you is supply drops are back. That's just the only thing you need to know. Supply drops are back. They're here to stay. This is how they're going to work. So you can buy them for 200 COD points, or you can get one item at a time through the tier system. So at this point that you're seeing here in the video, I didn't think reserves were that bad. They weren't a terrible thing for the game. And then I opened another one while I wasn't recording, and well, here's what I got. So right in the middle there, you can see that I got a camo. Now, a camo's fine. I like that they added camos. But you may notice that they've only added the camo for one weapon. It's for the SDM. In other words, for me to get that camo on every weapon, I would have to unlock it like 30 times. And that's for every camo that they add. In other words, it completely dilutes the pool to make everything that we just saw in that trailer more difficult to get. That is a problem. That's egregious. That's too much. I guess it's okay that they added the supply drop system so that they could put better items into the reserves. But by doing this, it really does dilute them, and I don't like that. But if you disagree with me, if you agree with me, let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, let's go back to the rest of the video. In Blackjack's shop, you got 3 new items. You got the Benjamin's, which is a money camo for weapons. I kind of like that one. You got the Benjamin's jump pack for Blackout. So this gives you a $100 parachute and a wingsuit made out of money, which is pretty cool. And then there's also a party rock, which is a special order. So if I was to buy this, it would take us back to the contraband system, where you can see here. And it's once again 5 tiers where you can get a Mastercraft weapon that, as you can see from Blackjack's shop, actually gives you a 5% tier boost. So in other words, while using that weapon, your tiers will level up 5% faster, which is kind of neat. Speaking of which, a lot of items that you can get from reserves can give you extra XP, extra tier boost, stuff like that. So a pretty interesting thing to add to the game. Now, my question for you to end off the video is, what do you think of the new reserve system? Is it good? Is it bad? I saw a lot of comments on my previous video for people asking for supply drops. Personally, not my cup of tea. I like the contraband system. I think it's a good system. I would have much preferred they just kept that. But of course, Activision needed to find a way to make even more money, so here it is. So like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or is it a terrible thing? Let me know what you think. The one thing I will say is they do now have better items in reserves, which is, I think, a good thing. But at the same time, they now cost money. So pick your poison. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. It does help out the channel. Like I said earlier, I will be live streaming on Twitch later tonight. So if you want to check out some of the new content, see the new weapons in action, click that first link down in the description, and I'll see you there later. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see and you want to see more, the best way to stay updated on all my videos is to hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.